At the beginning of the story, we see a man named Vijay. He is driving a car to meet his girlfriend. While driving, he starts talking to his girlfriend on a video call. In the middle of their conversation, Vijay's father-in-law calls him unexpectedly. Vijay asks him to go to the office quickly. The CEO of his father-in-law's company is having an urgent meeting in their office, so Vijay has to attend immediately. Vijay tries to convince his father-in-law that today's meeting should be held without him because he has plans to meet his girlfriend. However, his father-in-law doesn't listen to anything he says. So, Vijay calls his wife and says, "Can you convince my father-in-law? I won't be able to attend today's meeting." But that doesn't help either because Vijay's wife is also on the board of directors of the same company, so she has to attend the meeting as well. She tells Vijay, "Since I am going to the meeting, I will ask you to come too." With no other choice, he tells his girlfriend Nisha, "Sorry, I can't come to meet you today because I have been called for an urgent meeting." Nisha gets upset because she has been waiting for Vijay for so long. She then tries to grab his attention in various ways over the video call, hoping he will change his mind. Seeing this, Vijay gets completely flustered and loses focus while driving. He loses control, and the car crashes into a tree, causing him to panic. Even though he isn't injured, the car is in bad shape, and he needs to fix it quickly because he has to reach the office for the meeting. Vijay's car crashes in an area with no network coverage, so he rides a bicycle to a mechanic's house to call for help. He asks the mechanic to check the car while he looks around. Then, he gets a cup of coffee from a nearby coffee shop. While drinking, he hears a noise coming from a nearby building. He walks inside the building and sees a graceful woman teaching some children how to dance. The woman's name is Shanti. She finishes her work and gets ready to go home. Then, she notices Vijay. The way they look at each other, it seems like they have known each other for a long time. However, Shanti walks away without saying anything. Vijay follows her and asks, "Shanti, how are you? Where have you been all this time?" Shanti pretends as if she has never seen him before. Then, Vijay says, "You can't act like this. I could have been your husband. We haven't had any contact for many years." Shanti avoids the conversation and tells Vijay, "You need to leave from here. If you don't, it will be too late." As Shanti tries to go inside the house, Vijay holds her hand lightly, causing the coffee cup in his hand to spill on her. Seeing this, a police officer standing nearby approaches them and asks, "What's going on? Is this man bothering you?" Shanti immediately responds, "No, officer, he is not bothering me. I have known him for a long time." The police officer then says, "Leave from here, or it will be too late." But is he really too late? Let's move further into the story to uncover the mystery. Shanti goes to her house, and Vijay follows her inside. Vijay asks her, "Why didn't you tell me anything and just leave this place 10 years ago?" Shanti replies, "Look, I just got home. I am very tired. I need to freshen up now. I don't want to talk about this right now." Saying this, Shanti goes to the washroom. One of Shanti's garments outside the washroom catches Vijay's attention, and he gets drawn toward it. He steps closer to the washroom and, in a moment of impulse, secretly records a video. From inside the washroom, Shanti senses something and quickly finishes freshening up. She comes out immediately. Vijay then says, "Now that you're fresh, tell me why you left me 10 years ago without saying anything." Shanti takes a deep breath and says, "I went to a hospital for a medical test. When I came out, I saw a woman inside a car who appeared to be in distress. Seeing this, I went to help her. After that, I don't remember anything else. When I regained consciousness, I found myself in this city. From that moment until today, I have been here." Hearing this, Vijay asks, "You were expecting a child. Where is our baby?" Shanti, with tears in her eyes, says, "The child was lost that very day." She becomes emotional, and Vijay tries to comfort her. He moves closer to her, but Shanti pushes him away and says, "Don't come too close to me. This shouldn't happen." Vijay then says, "I was your husband. Why are you keeping me away?" Shanti hesitates and says, "I feared that if I tried to contact you, something bad could happen to us, and you must have been married for a long time now. If you have a family, why are you here with me?" Vijay takes a deep breath and says, "Yes, I married Annika." Shanti then says, "Annika and you joined the office together, right?" Vijay nods and replies, "Yes, and now I am the CEO of that company. We also have a little son. I will take you back to my house." Hearing this, Shanti says, "Now you have a wife, children, and a family of your own. I shouldn't go there. If I do, Annika will never forgive me." Vijay, confused, asks, "Why would Annika have a problem with you?" Shanti sighs and says, "From the day Annika found out that I was expecting, she wanted me out of your life." Vijay, shocked, asks Shanti, "I didn't even know that you were pregnant." Shanti replies, "Do you remember the last time we had a party at our house? I was feeling uncertain, so I went to the bathroom to take a test. After taking the test, I accidentally left it in the bathroom. When I came out, I saw Annika going inside. I clearly remember that when I left the test there, it was placed upright, but after a while, when I went back to get it, I saw that it was upside down. At that moment, I immediately realized that Annika was not happy about my pregnancy. And the very next day, I was taken away. I believe Annika was behind all of this." Vijay then tells Shanti, "But Annika has always been with me since you left. She even proposed marriage to me herself." As they continue talking, Shanti suddenly says, "Maybe I was responsible for everything that happened." Then, they resolve all the misunderstandings between them. After almost 10 years, they reunite and share a close moment together. Then, Shanti teasingly tells Vijay, "Maybe you can make me a mother again today." Hearing this, Vijay smirks and says, "Hey, that's not happening today, but if you have doubts, you can check with a red kit." Shanti suddenly stops and looks at him suspiciously. "How do you know about the red kit? No one else was supposed to know about it. I had a friend of mine bring the red kit from Canada, so it was you all along." Realization hits Shanti hard. "You were behind everything. You wanted me out of the way so that you could marry Annika. By marrying her, you would become the CEO of the company." Vijay gets caught in his own words. Shanti, furious, starts confronting Vijay, accusing him of everything. Seeing no other way to calm her down, Vijay grabs a pillow and suffocates Shanti until she stops moving. What else could he do? He had already been exposed. Just as Vijay is about to leave, there is a sudden knock on the door. It's the police officer from earlier. Since there was no response from inside the house, the officer assumes that no one is home. Just as he is about to turn away, a showpiece falls down, hitting Vijay's hand, making a loud noise. Hearing the sound, the police officer becomes suspicious and tries to open the door using a duplicate key that was hidden outside. Meanwhile, Vijay quickly runs away, avoiding the officer's sight. He rushes towards his car, but as he reaches it, he sees a group of people taking someone out of the vehicle. Vijay moves closer and is stunned by what he sees. The person being carried out is none other than himself. The moment the car crashed into the tree earlier, Vijay had lost his life instantly. In his dreamlike state, Shanti appears before him and says, "Leave this place quickly, or it will be too late." All the scenes we saw so far were just Vijay's imagination. Our story ends here, revealing the truth. Thanks for watching this recap. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to comment below and tell me what movie or series you want me to recap next.